Hey there. So far we've been learning blues in C major, but it's vital that you are able to play in other keys other than just C major. So in order to really internalize and assimilate this material that we've been learning into your playing and improvising, you need to practice in different keys and you need to transpose. So what I would recommend is starting with the keys that are closest to C major. So you can start with, let's say, G major, which only has one sharp, or F major, which only has one flat. And then once you have those keys down, then you can start with D and then B flat, and then you can go on and do more keys in this similar way using the circle of fifths. All right. So today we're going to look at some stuff in different keys, as well as learn a couple new licks. So what I would recommend is trying to play some of the stuff that we did last time, the bread and butter lick, in a blues in G major, for example. So in G major, our 1 chord is G, our 4 chord is C, and our 5 chord is D, right? So we're going to start like something like that, right? And we can also do all of those other licks that we learned. So like the tremolo one. And we can also do like the New Orleans. So I'd recommend you try each lick separately through the blues in G major and do this exact same thing in F major. So each lick separately through the blues in F major. And today we're going to learn 2 new licks. We're going to learn the first one in the blues in G major. And that one, it's going to start, so both of these licks will use the major blues scale. So it's important that you also practice that blues scale in F and G major, and also improvising with that blues scale in G major and F major as well. So the first lick is going to start with the 3rd note of the blues scale, the flattened 3, the minor 3rd, and it's going to be a pickup. 1, 2, 3, and 4 triplet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 1, and 2, and now if we transpose that to C again, it's going to start like that. And you can also do a 6th at the end, like that. And you can even make a tremolo with that. You can do a whole chord. Okay. So you can work that through the blues in G major, as the simple lick as well as the variants with the tremolo. And then the next lick that we'll learn it in a blues in F major. So again, blues 1 chord is F, 4 chord is not B, it's B flat. B is always flat. And the 5 chord is C. Right? So our next lick is again going to use the major blues scale, but it's going to start on that on this note of the scale, the 5th of the chord. And then it's going to jump this note and then go back down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and so we'll start putting that through the blues. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we transpose to B flat. Back to F, and then we go to C, and then F. And this one has 2 different variations that you can do. You can do the first one, which is you can use some 6ths, or even, that's even nicer, that one. So your thumb will slide down one semitone, another semitone, and then another semitone. That's going to sound really nice. So like that, all right? And again, then B flat. And I'm using a grace note there. Tremolo. Okay, so that's the one variation. A little bit tricky, but definitely worth working out. And the other variation would be to use a turn. And then up here. So the turn is actually going to be with one note a whole tone above. This is actually from the minor blues scale, which we will get to at some point. So dun. So instead of just that, we play. So we just add an extra little note in to turn. And then again in B flat. And then back to F. All right, and work that through the blues in F as well as in G and in C, right? So lots of transposing, lots of work to do, but if you really do this, it's definitely worth it, and you'll really this stuff will really start to show in your improvising.